right, let's get things started. If you guys can hear me all right. Market absolutely came back super fast. Huge comeback. The one that I was just in was IBM, and this just absolutely took off today. This is up 11.5% right now after it got $1 billion from the government. It kind of reminds me of Intel when Intel got resurrected by the government. I think IBM might be next. So you're seeing a big spark right here. IBM hasn't had a day like this, and I don't even remember. So I did a short-term play, but you can definitely get the rest of this up to about 256 or so. Just be careful because on the weekly time frame, you could see the 20 moving average is right above it at 255, so about 5 points away. Once that clears, I think we can definitely skyrocket IBM all the way to 300 and then all-time highs above that. Um, Nvidia today was a little tough to play, as it usually is. So we'll see what to do with this, but for the time being, instead of, well, let's take a closer look, right? NVIDIA, we'll go down to a 15-minute. This isn't bad. I'm going to wait a little bit, and then I'm going to try to swing this back up, maybe tomorrow over the weekend. I think, and again, I think 218, we have a great support right here. So that stands. But remember, we have a 3-day weekend. American holiday, Memorial Day is going to close the markets on Monday. So just have to be careful of that. See the overall market on the NASDAQ. If you guys have any charts for me to look at, I can also look at them. You could see we broke this opening range right here. Here's our opening range. And this is why I like my indicators so much. My indicators show in real time that there's unusual volume happening, right as it's happening. The bigger, greener, highlighted squares show that there are more volume coming into the market than usual, which creates this box. If we get layered boxes, it usually pushes price upwards, and that acts as a support level. And then you combine this with Trader Daddy Pro, which is the unusual volume coming in. You could see a lot of this is Tesla, Nvidia. Um, oh wow, we got at least for Triple M stock, MMM. We got a lot here, about 5 billion, 6 billion, about 7 billion that just came in. Let's take a look at that chart. It's interesting. I don't really look at 3M that much. That's coming up real quick. I don't really look at this stock, but it's always interesting to see what's going on. I like these stocks that have this double bottom wide base right here, and then they swing right back up again. So I'm gonna keep an alert right above 157 right here. So we'll take a look at that later. But what I wanted to do was go to the QQQ, and we can see right here, this is 715, right? So at 715, you're going to see, yeah, I can go back to IBM in a second. They just got $1 billion from the US government. It kind of reminded me of Intel. But this is QQQ. If we get above 715, we're going to go to 720. So let's just go over to QQQ real quick. 715 we're at right now. So in the morning, right, with my group, it was either going to go to 715 or 705. I was going to go to one or the other. We tapped 705 and then went straight to 715. 715 is right here. We just are about to hit it again. Or right at 715, really. 720 is right here, very common level that we've been getting to. So you're probably going to see the market use this structure right here and make a path that looks like this, you know? And then this becomes support. This is one layer of support. Here's 2, and then we push up from there. Okay? So we'll keep an eye on this. Yeah, quantum stocks are really moving. I think once the US government got involved in quantum, it's going to be hard for them to lay off. I think this is going to be one of many. Look at QBTS, look at IBM. QBTS is up 28% today. This is wild. We're way above the 200 moving average. These are just all breakouts. The next level for QBTS after we get above this level right here. Sorry, it might be a little small for you guys, but you can see the resistances, resistance eyes right here. We got above that, we're going to go straight up to 28.50 and then 32. But yeah, with US money now flowing into quantum, I think that's going to spark a big war. Because quantum is after AI. So I don't think the US wants to fall in any of these cyber industries, especially quantum. Um, People say we're like 10 years away from it, but that's what they said about Nvidia like 5 years ago. So I don't know. IonQ is another one. So many layers of buying pressure. Oh my goodness. We could definitely get up to 65. And then from there, we would target 86. The problem, though, is that we're coming back from 26 to 86. I don't know. That'd be like 200% or more for it to get there. But I don't know. IonQ every year goes from like 20 to 80. Not every year. I'm just saying like the year 2024, it went from 7 to 54 all the way over here. So very rangy, these stocks, very volatile, but once it starts to move, it moves. So yeah, for sure. And then if we go back, you could take a look at IBM. Um, I definitely no problem that we're gonna get to see its resistance friends right here. You could see this is gonna push up. Now around this area is gonna be hard for it to get above all in one day because we have a weekly 20 moving average right here. You could see. I'm going to move my alert right above it. There we go. The alerts help a lot because there's only so much you could watch at one time. I also got in and out of Amazon. That is breaking out too. People always sleep on Amazon, but when that starts to fly, you could see right here, what I like is we are breaking a structure going higher. I'll go to a daily in a second, but look how big this wick is right here. Huge wick. We have momentum heading up. We have green volume. It's all good. Oh, what's up, HK? Um, so look at Amazon. We are crushing this 20 moving average right here. And the next level should be 275. I'm going to check with TD Pro just to make sure that that's the next level. Just throw it into the ticker search. And then we're going to see down here. Well, hold on a second. We have an expected move of 22. So we could get all the way up to 291. But right now, we're battling this 270 zone. If we get over 270, we're going to 275. 270 is right here. If we get over right 270, we're going to 275, which is right here. That's why sometimes I have these lines drawn out in front of me so I know which the next levels are for it to get to. Yeah, don't sleep on Amazon, that's for sure. Let's go back. Oh, a Google I liked too. You're gonna see Google flying off this 20 moving average in about 2 seconds. Let's get rid of this. We're gonna see Google also right here could break this and come right up here. That would make it a power of 3. Here's 1, here's 2, and then the third one would come right up. And we're pushing right off this 20 moving average right here. So that would work as well. Recap on Snow, RDW. What is that app you're using? Oh, TD Pro is has all the live like flow, order flow, unusual flow. There's a actually uh, the Discord, like we have a support Discord for this. Like my group is not on Discord, but there's a support for this whole website that's on Discord, and I think that's free. So you could join that. But this shows everything you could possibly, every tool, every toy in 2026 in modern finance we have here. So um, yeah, we have all the unusual activity that comes in throughout the day. And usually it's somewhere between 80 to $120 if you go with like unusual whales or you go with um, Bookmap or you go with, anything else. You could just message me and I'll send the link, or maybe I'll put it in my Instagram story. But what the person who helped me make this art, he has a free Discord that he helps people with this. So yeah. What was the other one I wanted to do? Let's go back here for a second. Just gather ourselves. Oh, Tesla. Oh, wait, you guys wanted the yeah, RDW recap. Sorry. I did an August call on RDW. So RDW, if you look over, real quick before RDW, real quick, I just want to check DRAM. I still have calls. This is breaking out right here. I'm probably going to add to this because this is the one with the memory ETF with Micron. This has Samsung, all of SanDisk, all of those are going to be there. So, yes, give me a second. I'll get to all of the ones real quick, all of the tickers. RDW, I did take an August call on this. I think we're in a complete breakout at this point. We're going to end the week with a perfect weekly breakout candle. This is exactly what I wanted to see. This is a huge breakout, and we are going to keep going here with RDW swinging up to about 18 or 19. So how I did it was like this. Uh, RDW, I have a June and a July call, so I did August. I think I did the August 17s. No, I did the August 20s. So this has a lot of volume and open interest coming into it. But if we get back up to 18 or 19, that's going to be 210 in profit, or it's going to be about, yeah, about 100% profit on these options. I'll make about 210 or so on each one. And this is the last one. So the Junes, as RDW is going up, I take out my June contract. Then it keeps going. I take out my July. And then I just have an August contract. Then it could just keep going. So those are the runners that always make the most. Snowflake um, looks pretty good still. We're running into some moving averages here on the weekly, so we're getting a little caught up. So we're gonna, I never entered these, but if you look back, we're making a structure right now. Eventually, I like when there's a big base like this right here, and then we pop up, come down, and then we're gonna probably pop right back up again. So just another one of these. Um, what was it? You guys are talking about Microsoft? Yeah, we're above the weekly 20 now. I have a July call as well on this. Once it decides it wants to break 430, then we're in business all the way up to 460. We're going to move fast from 430 to 460, that's for sure. There's a strong level at 460. This whole area we can get to real quick once that breaks from here to here to here. But we're still going sideways, and that's fine. We could go sideways for a while, but then we need to break. So I don't think it's a great entry right now, but I would still hang on. Rocket Lab is kind of running out of steam, but I think the SpaceX IPO is going to keep the space industry just fine the next few weeks. You could see it hit our measured move really easily right here. This was our measured move. Now we're getting real overbought. So we're getting top heavy. Probably what's going to happen is Rocket Lab's going to move a little bit down, get bought up again, go sideways for a bit, just like it did down here. before it pops up again. Um, DVN. Yeah, we could do that. DVN looks pretty good. I would wait for it to come down to about this 43 level and then wait. From there, you could play it back up again. And then this will keep going up and down like this, and then eventually break back up. Something like that. Okay. Um, TE. You know which one I really like? Actually, this is good. You know why? But the only problem is there's just a huge resistance right here at 957. But we have good buying off this 50 moving average. We have momentum heading up right here. We have volume heading straight up right now. So it does look good. I'm gonna set an alert on this if it gets above 9, like if it gets above 10, I'll set an alert. Yeah, I know a lot of you are buying this around $5 or $6, so that was a great trade. I think ET is the other one that's doing really well for energy. This is just going to keep following this 20 moving average going all the way up. So it really likes to hug this 20 moving average. So I would catch any entries off of it. This also pays a dividend of 7% as well. So a lot of people are just buying and holding this for a while. So this is probably going to keep going a lot higher. Let's check out ASTS just to see the entire space industry. That did get to exactly where I thought it was going to go the other day. We broke out. We did come back and make a wick this day, and then we just kept flowing straight up. So the next level for that is going to be right up here, 104, 105 or so. Not sure if you covered Apple. Yeah, Apple flowed really easily all the way up to 305. That was an easy one. Because Apple at this point, all it needed to do was break 275 and it was just going to keep going up. Also, so far, we've never missed a measured move in my group so far in 2026. That is at 310 or 308 really. So we're not that far away from it. We spend a lot of time on these measured moves. But if we look at Apple right now, you'll see these levels are really strong for 305. So that's like a magnet. It gets, you know, there was no way we were not going to hit 305. 310 is this next big bar right here. So, and then you can see the smart money, Congress buying, insider buying. A director bought 71 million on May 8th. No active ETV flow at the moment. Um, no big buying or selling from Congress, just a few trades, but between 1 to 5,000. Let's look at the unusual activity right now. RTX, Raytheon, a lot of buying going on. Oh my goodness. 14 million, 6.7 million, 3.7 million, 8 million. Wow. And then Apple, we have 3.8 million right here for next week. That's wild. So, hold on a second. Raytheon, some military stock. This is going to come back real fast, Raytheon. Military, it got way oversold. And you guys are going to see right now a lot of funds are going to start buying these military stocks at this level. And they're going to, as like a long-term play, these are going to come back. Just a big flow upwards, but it went up so fast. Look how fast Raytheon went up. It just kept going. And now we finally got a little bit of a dip. This is going to be bought real quick, all the way back up. Also, there's another one with a similar ticker, Rackspace, RXT. That is hitting the 20 moving average right now. That could also move. This is another space technology stock that could move. It's a $4 stock. I might make a video on this tomorrow of like stocks under $5 to watch. The other one that is interesting is QC. QC is Quantum Cyber, and that took off today. That almost made it to $5. It was at $2.50 yesterday. It started at $2.25 yesterday, and today it almost got to 5. So this is a quantum cyber stock that just started getting some real volume, and so that started to take off. Anything else that you guys want to see? Let's look at Tesla. I like Tesla here too. Can be an easy swing back up to 460 right here. You can see the 460 area is pretty common for Tesla. It gets up here, here, over here. And then this week we had a big wick that came all the way down to 395, and now we're probably going to swing back up to 460 or so. So I like these floating doji candles. This is like stage 2. So we're above the moving averages with green buying. From here, we can then swing on up. So it would look like this. Here, we swing on up. Something like that. Could you review PENG? Yeah. Penguin. Yeah, I mean, we have support at 40. We have a 20 moving average at 39. I don't know the stock that well, but semiconductors seem to be doing well so far. We could look it up just for the next levels. Penguin Solutions. Okay, we don't really have levels yet for it. You know what I like is Poet. This is going to be a third swing back up again. We have this swing right here, this swing right here, and then this is going to be the third swing on up. I love these stocks that go from like 12, 13, or 14 up to 20. They're not that hard to catch, and each swing has been a bigger swing right over here. So, what was the other one? OUST, OUST, Ouster. Yeah, we're almost at all-time highs for this. This also seems to love the 20 moving average. This could also get above 36 and keep going. I don't really know. This is another electronic company. I think I'm probably just going to do another DRAM play because they keep working. Oh, this thing just loves to go up. Let me take a look. Hmm. Let me just take a look over here. We could do another June call or maybe a June 5th call to make it quick. A $60 one is only 155. This is good. There's enough volume and open interest. Good delta. It's good data. All right. If we get up to up here, 56 tomorrow, that'd be $72. Be 50% or so. It's not about 50% right up here. So anywhere from 40 to 70. So let's take a look at Micron real quick just to see what's going on. If this finishes the day strong, that could definitely move. You think SPY could hit outside? Let me see. SPY looks a lot stronger. Let's take a look. Next level for SPY is 745, that's for sure. You could see it right here. And just like historically, yeah, we should get there. 745 at 742 right now. It's that's only up here, right here, right where the highs were. We rejected right off of it earlier. This was 745 right here. After we get above that, then we can cruise to 750. So it's a possibility. Let's check back on QQQ. I started the stream with that. Let's see if we keep this level right here, the second level, and then see if we start to push at the end of the day. We ran a lot today. Oh, we're starting to push down. Let's see if we hold this level or not. This is a big push down right here because we're at 715. Let's see if it takes this green block out or not. Wow, we're moving quick. There's a lot going on right now. This is a big drop right here. Let's see if we keep this level or not. These are big green blocks. I wonder what's happening. SPY got 1.7 million bearish right now at 11:48. No, that can't be the right time. It's like 2:48. Okay. Let's see if it keeps this level. That probably started it. We're still pretty bullish though. Google's the top whale watch. I like Google's setup right now. The top watch list ads, actually, Penguin is one of them. HL is the silver stock. That's the other one. I think gold and silver really went up a lot today, and now we're starting to come back down. Well, it's not that much on a daily time frame, but it's still pretty good. Gold, I think, is going to make a huge run pretty soon. It's just been silent for a little while. No, that's not what I want. This is the futures version of S&P 500. That's interesting. Oh, you know what? This is delayed then because SPY is going down. Yeah. Yeah, big red candle right here. Can you do Neo? Oh, yeah, I appreciate it. I mean, I've been a financial advisor since 2012, and then I stopped about 18 months ago when I made my community. So this is basically most of my career, looking at charts every day, at least for the last 15 years. It is interesting to me though, like on a just a curiosity standpoint, how like people trade for like 3 years and then call themselves a professional. I'll never understand that. It's something that I'll just never really understand. I think it's more of a like a generational thing. People play with charts and then think that they're professionals. Also, I find it interesting. It's always the ones that never had a like a actual job either. Anyways, Neo finally came back down to this area. This looks pretty good for Neo at $5. I like that. What else? Copper. FCX. Yeah, I was thinking the same thing. Copper is always a buy. You should just always buy copper. Also, you know we should always buy? I'll tell you we should always buy VCX. This has SpaceX, Anthropic. I made a video about this when it was moving up. It went from 18 to 700, and everyone's like, stay away from it. It's going from 18 to 700. I'm like, this thing has Anthropic, SpaceX, Anduril. It has OpenAI, Databricks, Ramp, all of those companies in here. And so every Friday, I just buy 50 or $75 worth of it. And now it's like $2,000 worth of this just from buying it every Friday. Just like I said, I just set it and forget it. And now this is going to go all the way up, probably back up to 700. I also do the same thing with RVI, Robinhood Venture Fund. It looks great like every day. I've been buying it since it came out over here at 21. We're now at 60. And then I did a little bit with DXYZ, but now I take that money and I put it into VCX. But you could see today that's up 20% as well. So this is mostly SpaceX. I don't think people understand how big SpaceX is. It's if it was a $2 trillion company is big, but I think a lot of it is going to be like in the future, if you were to buy like dollar cost average into SpaceX for the first year at a 2 trillion valuation in like 5 years, if it's worth 14 trillion or something, it'll be 7 times the amount that you originally bought it for. So I think it's going to be a good one to dollar cost average and buy every day or every week at least. What's your take on day trading with the 30-minute orb strategy? I draw opening ranges, but I use them as more of like a it's so here's the thing, right? On social media, a lot of it is like they want to teach it to you in a very like in a way where you could say to yourself, "Oh, you could replicate this every day." The only thing is that you can use this. This is 9:30. This is Wednesday. This Thursday is right here. You could use this as a little bit of a guide towards where the opening range is every day. But you could see it didn't do anything today, you know. I like to see, if it breaks one area or another area, but it's not like a legitimate thing to use every day. It depends, I don't like to very quickly day trade because then I have to be stuck looking at a chart and I can't like do anything else. I like putting a trade in and then doing something else. I think after a while with trading, a lot of you start to realize it's not really about the money, it's about the time. The time is what you're looking for. You're looking to get time back into your life. But if you replace that time by just staring at 1 minute or 5 minute candles on a screen, nothing has really changed. And a lot of times you're still going to lose money. So I think just placing trades and then in different accounts, being able to check on them throughout the day. And then I have like over 100 people in my group, so I rarely miss anything. I would find it hard to trade like by myself. Um, so I don't know. Yeah, energy is coming back. Oklo. This isn't bad. I'm just getting tired of this stock. Right when I say that, it's about to explode upwards. But if you ever were gonna buy it, now would be a good time. It's low. I'm doing the same thing though, but with like BBAI. Bought leaps on this. We're starting to get some traction on it too. This gets above 464, we can really break out of this and move. So if we get above 440 with BBAI, it's good to buy these things when they're low, right? Because look how volatile this stock is. It moves up and down real fast, you know? So, but buying it at these levels is always a good thing. But we're doing well today. Let's check on IBM. Wow, it's having trouble at that 250 level. That's why I sold out at that level because it was going to have trouble at 250 because that's what the GEX bars said, right? I'll show you over here. These are really accurate. Probably the most accurate things I've ever used. Yeah, see, 250 was a big bar. For it to get over, it was going to be hard. But the next one would be 255. And then this will start to become a big bar. The bigger the bar, the more of a pull it will get to the next level. Do you guys see like stocks slip a level going up or down and it goes right to the next level? That's what that is. Here's a pull. No, but I'll tell you this. There is no one strategy where you can just win all the time. It doesn't work like that. It never will. You can get all the tools in the world. Like, for example, like I have all the tools in the world. It doesn't mean I win all the time. I win a lot, but I don't win all the time. Well, I do, but like you can't like make yourself win all the time. You can only get yourself to a point where you're confident in your plays, and you use the tools to help you with that. But there is no one strategy where you just win like every single time, or you know, the bigger the bar is next level, and if they are red, they are to the downside. Yeah, it's very simple. I think people see this and they freak out. Um, it's just the bigger the bar is, the more of it'll have trouble getting above it. But if it does, it just goes to the next big bar. If it doesn't get above 250, it'll go backwards to 245. So it'll go right through 247.5 and go right to 245 basically. So like if you look at Apple, right, you'll see right here, as soon as we get above 305, we're going to 310. Like that's for sure. We get above this, we're definitely going to 310 for Apple. So yeah, that's exactly what those mean. All right, do you guys have any other questions? I think we have about an hour left. So I'm going to probably spend the rest of that with my group. But keep an eye on RDW as SpaceX comes out. This whole week is setting up to break out even further for next week. Also, next week, Monday, the is a Memorial Day. So on Monday, the markets will be closed. But this is a nice little breakout that can continue here. So I hope that helped you guys. If you have any other questions or anything, you can always reach out to me. I get back to people every day. Um, or if there's anything else that you need, help with, I can definitely help you guys. So yeah, did about 30, I would say about 45 minutes. I appreciate you guys watching. Again, you guys can reach out to me, any of your tickers, any of your thoughts, anything, you can always reach out to me. All right. Have a good rest of your day, and I will.